The New Patriotic Party and so at the letter tinting at the ababonting at the same abetutu abonting say and maybe a tremu or more pam a phobia or party mu or more pam never be brave if you or more party mu is san you maybe or more yana and the same fata. Now in semi ababonting say letter ababonting nan and say Sisiano or mojo we are back. While I crowd so be joining the New Patriotic Party no more jail back not just be also to me accusate say later in it room pan could you allow chairman thing or no that say I can see NPP here and ye pan with me abua amate say kunimdi ayo modia into my encourage asem chimu say could you allow chairman to be to aba can the New Patriotic Party who game and now say then NABC my encourage video no.
Because of this particular behavior we have suspended you. Or because you have declared your support for a particular candidate, because those were some of the issues. The nitty-gritties of it was that some people came out to publicly support certain candidates who were not the established candidates. I mean, the candidates of the establishment, maybe people who were in higher authority had their candidates, and people at the regional and constituency levels and even polling station levels also had their candidates. But at the end of the day, they had to make a public statement that look, this was the candidate we supported, and because of that we saw how albums were changed. So I'm asking myself, if the suspended members are given amnesty, what about the albums that were changed? And some of them even had their names expunged from the registers. Is it the case that there were people the party considered as those who forfeited their membership? Because remember, during those contests and during those periods, the people were only expressing their views as members of the NPP, and there was never a time where any of those suspended people actually declared that they were no longer members of the NPP, except for the butterfly movement and that group who actually left the party to form their own movement under the leadership of Honorable Koju Alanchomante. But when you look at this particular amnesty, there are still a lot of things that the NPP needs to do. And I think they've started, well, I don't know where they've started and where they got to before the declaration of this amnesty to those people. I know if it's a party that has good intention, they would have done some underground work. They would have gone to the grassroots to meet people, to actually iron out some of the issues. And so far as I am concerned, I can only speak for Yendi, because I know Yendi, some people were suspended in Yendi. And I have not seen those engagements go on in Yendi. Maybe they went on at the high side of the media that we did not see anything, but I can still see that Farouk and Abibata faction still playing on Yendi. So those who were suspended, the issues that made the NPP suspend those members, I don't know whether those issues have been addressed. If those issues have not been addressed, and you take the decision to say I have granted amnesty, then the problem still lingers on, because you are bringing those same people back to continue their fight unless those issues have been addressed. Now, the second issue too, or the second thing about this, is that political parties must learn from this particular incident of always suspending members of their political party, especially when they are in government. And there are some discerning voices from within the political party who says this is our point of view regarding this particular issue that has come up. I think it's only befitting for us to understand that we are operating a democracy. And even within the political parties, if there is no democracy, then there is no need even.
The new publisher, the Wokata, so the same American Basan Katan be Abba. And it's a New Patriotic Party, NPP Manukono, and the Amania Pieja and Mapania, or as a worship party in the social national chairman, or Radon Smith Bute, and in Sasha say, the Muchin Nan said, party no be a sabi. One more ato party numra, and one year maybe an answer fatenti. Wajina party numra, so 2 almost sayano, says that it will be a bonny channel. It was time for Obias will be our coin, so a sign bam on you couldn't be. Na Ochemua, what is that? Jubasan cray, a qua at Yamma, party ni menyina ni mantam babia ani mensiri babia nemmom kakra ebata ho nemmom kakra ebata ho ne se wo ya wodi djuma bia sabi na ensa ni wo ye bibia na enye etiama NPP manyoko no tu wo sensan no ya ma kwan se bra momu de nanso ya nkasa bra na be pre di bre Dimeji wan ba pre secretary o ba pre chairman o ba pre treasurer David gisem fie mienu ade ato so no ye de hye se ampa usubane sabi asesa ade a wo ye no wajai wasesa unye bio emfie mienu agise twom wie ansa na wo pepe bi se wo begina predi baby party mu a watimi agina aprebi we the new publisher
practicing democracy as a nation, because it is the political parties who serve as a beacon of that particular democracy, who ensure that we all have our voices, whether we are within a political party or not, whether we are playing on the fence or not, as a floating voters or not, we have a voice and we can say it without fear or favor, without intimidation or without fear of the fact that we are going to be victimized at the end of the day because we spoke our mind. Because that is what democracy is all about, speaking your mind and ensuring that development goes on well. Because when the policy comes, whatever the public also inputs into that policy shapes it and develops it, and so that it ensures that it stands the test of time. But where a policy is in place and nobody has the power to actually criticize or say their mind about what they think about that particular policy, especially from the grassroots of democracy, which is the political party level, then we don't have a democracy. And we all saw that in the governance structure of the NPP when they were in government. At least a lot of dissenting voices went quiet. And so the hurt in the support base, and we can all see how people are beginning to speak out now. There's this doctor from the Ashanti region. I've forgotten the name. He has become very vocal of late. Dr. Kojo Alantramantin, who even happened to have broken away. The likes of this man from the Volta region, or what's his name? He has been on Omnia TV. What's his name? He speaks about spirituality a lot. I mean, all of those people, they were staunch members of the NPP. The likes of them. I mean, those were the dissenting voices. What do you call him? Kwame Mpianim.
Okay. Yeah.
All those people, they were pushed and relegated to the background because they will speak the truth to you no matter what the situation is, no matter what position the party is in. If they find out that something was not going on well, they were going to speak about it. And all those people were sidelined, even though they were not written to say, look, we have suspended you as a member of our party, but they were not listening to them anymore. And they encouraged them from their support base not to listen to those people. So right now that you are granting amnesty to those people, are you reconsidering the likes of those people, the likes of Weku Bobi, Kennedy Atta, right? Atta Kennedy, let me put it that way, Atta Kennedy and co. All of those people, are you reconsidering now listening to them? Because, I mean, all of those people form the yoke of the NPP. They are founding members of the NPP. And so for them to begin to be sidelined, or for them to feel sidelined by something they created with their own hands, their own resources. So I don't know what conversations has gone on, or whether the party has done some groundwork and have come out to announce this or not. Maybe in the coming days we'll see more revelations about whatever has gone on in the background. But for me, I doubt if some of them would actually return to the NPP, because some of them are actually hurt, and their persona attacked seriously. Some of them, even their families were even put on the line, and discussed thoroughly, as if their family has something to do with whatever those people were saying. And the hate in those people, some of them had their wives being issues of discussion on pro-NPP media houses. And so how are you able to heal all this and now tell those people that if you are suspended, you can come back? I think people don't just walk back like that. There's supposed to be a demonstration of will and commitment.
And good faith.
Good faith. Yeah. If you don't demonstrate it and you just tell somebody you are forgiven, but who tells you the person has even forgiven you? Because if you say that person has wronged you and because of that you are suspending him. Who tells you that you have not also wronged or offended that person in one way or the other? Or some other person, your assigns might have also offended that person. And so all these things, they come to play. And if you don't look closely at the issue and just come out and issue a statement saying we have forgiven everybody, but has everybody also forgiven you? And are they willing to come back to build the political party you are looking out to build? I think that's the basic question. And you see, politicians must learn. If you are in government, it is not every policy that you bring or any issue you raise that is sacrosanct and that it must not be criticized. I mean, everything you say must not be cast in stone. You must have an opening somewhere where you listen to the people, where you listen.
Ahanum dikasibwe na ABC Makram.